I'm headed to Walmart. I have to get birdseed for my cockatoo, and I have to get ceiling paint. I have some tin ceiling that I tried priming it with a water-based primer. It's a good primer. So I'm gonna get a water-based ceiling paint, a gloss or semi-gloss, something like that, and I'm gonna do that section just to see how it looks before I do the other rooms, because I have tin ceiling on the other rooms too. And I need chicken for the dogs. Started my car up and it was blowing white smoke. It's not doing it now, but when I started it, it was. That's not good. That's not good at all. So now I'm totally distracted, you know. It's like the place that works on my car can't diagnose it until, you know, Thursday morning. You know, it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. You know, do I ever get a fucking break? You know? I have so much in this car, too. It's just like, what a nightmare. This car I traded for me working with somebody's dog. Wasn't a good deal. It wasn't. I don't know. You know? It's not doing it right now, but when I started, it does it. It's not good. That's for sure, you know. New engine, a ring job. They don't even do a ring job anymore. They just they start looking for a used engine. They won't even, it's like cheaper to just drop a new engine in it, you know? 3 to 6 grand. Jesus Christ. Sitting there in the car, I'm like, oh my God. All right, I'm going to Walmart. I gotta get the dogs chicken. I feel ill, you know, honestly, I feel sick. Shit. I need to keep an eye on my radiator. Make sure that the level doesn't go down, because if it goes down, you know, my radiator fluid's going somewhere, because it's not going on the ground. It could be going at my engine. Jesus Christ. Seriously, you know? What the fuck? I'm thinking that if it was the cylinders, you know, it would be consistent, not just when I start it and the engine warms up, it stops. I don't know. I just ran into my neighbor. Well, not my neighbor. Kevin's lives down the road, but his sister lives next to me. His brother's across the street, and his dad lives across the street. And he's a diesel mechanic. I was talking to him about it. He's telling me not to worry too much, because he said it stopped. So he's saying it's just cold. It's an older car. It's all broken in. You know, it stopped. So it's probably not an issue. You know, just keep an eye on my oil. He also said that if it was my radiator fluid going into my engine, that as the car heated up, it would get worse, which it's not. Heats up, it stops. Oh, fuck. I still, I'm having a panic attack, you know? It is. It's like this constant fucking thing with this fucking piece of shit car, you know? If it wasn't this car, it'd be another car, you know? It's like the car fucks up, and it's just like this feeling of just like, oh my God, you know, I had to put a transmission in the motherfucker 9 months ago. It's an older car. I didn't have a choice, you know? You know, it's like, fuck. I guess I'm gonna. I started the car up earlier, and I really didn't notice it. And then I went back there, and and I'm looking at it. It's white smoke, not blue smoke. I don't know, man. It's just, I know that there's a lot of people that are watching this. You all have like new cars, or they're leased or something. And you're like, well, lease a car. Well, yeah, right, okay. That's a simple solution. Right, okay. But there's other people that are, same situation. There's the mechanical genius right there. Right there. Swarthout. It's a name that's respected in these parts, isn't it?
Yeah.
See?
Usually.
Usually, that's right. You don't mind if I put you on YouTube,
No,
do you?
I don't care.
You're single, right?
I am. I'm single.
Single. You know what we're saying? I'm single too. We get no women. That's why we're at Walmart.
Yeah. Trying to pick them up.
That's right. There you go. I'm having trouble thinking. I'm still like the panic. Seriously, the panic won't dissipate for a couple days. I'll be going outside, starting my car up and looking at it, going, holy shit, look at smoking. It just seemed like too much. I got white paint on me. I guess I'm here. I'm gonna go look at the paint. I almost bumped into the hottie's cart. Hottie meaning somebody, I don't know, she's about my age, but she was attractive. Isn't that what Fonzie suggested? You go to the grocery store and you start slamming your cart into someone. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Fonzie. Henry Winkler is brilliant, though. All right, I'm gonna look at the paint. Okay, here's ceiling paint. It's flat. I thought ceilings weren't flat. I thought that they were like kind of glossy. Here's flat again, ceiling paint. I mean, how can it be? My dad worked for Pittsburgh Paint. I could call him up and ask him, like, what's the difference, What's it matter? Shit. He'd call me a dumb fuck. Peter, you don't know the difference? Well, it's the same price as flat latex wall and trim paint. So I'm gonna get it because there's no difference, and I'm gonna try it out on the tin ceiling. When I this is true, when I would paint like interiors for like apartments and stuff, well, I use primer. I would use primer. I was gonna say I never used a primer. I did though, but I mean, if I could get away with like not doing it, I would. So I never ran across a tin ceiling. I don't think I ever painted a tin ceiling before, but it's all primed out, so that should be good. I'll tell you one thing, that water-based has come a long way. Like they said at Home Depot, they're phasing out all oil-based paint. It's the truth. Like, why? Why use it when water-based is better? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna roll it out with this little roller. That should work. Do I have a stick? You have to have a stick with one of these. If you don't have a stick, it's hell. Don't use a roller without a stick. Here's one for $2.97, and that's wood. I'm a big fan of wood. God damn, my car, I can't get it out of my head, That Chevy Cobalt that I bought it brand new. That was a nightmare of a car. This is no shit, it was horrible. Oh, I need gloves, disposable gloves. Shit, I think that they're cheap. Well, I'm just gonna get vinyl ones because it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna try vinyl. I mean, the Chevy Cobalt, like, it was a fast little car when I first got it. This is true. I drive it around New York real fast. And, you know, it was 2-3 months. I had it in the shop. You know, the engine light was always on that car. Always. It was never fucking off. It was a nightmare. It was worse than this thing, the Honda. The Honda's a nightmare because it's a, you know, it's a used car. I don't know. She said that they kept up on maintenance, but I have a feeling they didn't. You know, it's still my Honda. Every morning I have to go out with a product. I want to go show you the product that I use on my car every morning because it's an awesome product. All right, this product right here. I had to jump my car every morning with this because I have an electrical drain. The previous owner, I didn't know. You know, I'm like, the battery's dead, like right after I got it. Oh, that car and batteries, your battery's good. That's what she said. You know, so I figured out the battery is good, it has nothing, and then I took it in and my mechanic can't find where the drain's coming from. So I have a couple of options. All of them are ridiculous, like putting a secondary switch. I could unhook the battery, you know? I can unhook the battery so that there's no drain, which is a pain in the ass, but I use this because I don't have enough amps to turn the engine over. This is a very good product, it works great. I originally bought this, not enough amps. It's supposed to for my car, but it doesn't. I need that one, and it does. It works. It always starts my car up. It's my life. Jesus Christ. Oh, here's something that cracks me up about, like, considering the car that I own, like mats. Like, would I buy mats for my car? Are you fucking kidding me? I might have to get a new car. Why am I gonna worry about mats? You know? I feel weird about buying paint right now because I'm afraid I'm gonna have to spend all my money on a new car. Fucking sucks, man. I'm whining, aren't I? I am. I know I am. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, my dogs are old, my car's old, I'm old. I was talking to my friend Chris from high school today. And we were talking about, you know, I'm like, dude, in 20 years, we're gonna be like 80, you know? He was talking about, you know, just how exhausting it is. Like I said, he goes out and plays catch with his kid. He's got a young kid, you know? Milo's probably, I don't know, 8? Something like that. He's not old. Maybe he's 10. I don't know. But he said he goes out and plays catch with him, and he just says, man, it just tears me up, and I'm exhausted, and, you know. Kids, they're exhausting, I'm sure. I did see some Amish women. Well, they weren't Amish. They were Mennonite. You know, had the little thing on. These two were not hot at all. They were probably 80, a little long in the tooth. No thanks. The thing about the panic attack, is it just doesn't go away. It doesn't, you know. It's like I sort of feel a little bit better, but I don't. You know, I'm still like, my mouth is dry, my heart's still beating. You know, feel a little bit better, but I've never seen that amount of white smoke coming from my car. You know? No, go ahead. Just worried I was taking a picture. The blonde, we'll call her the blonde, sort of, you know, with the tan and everything. She was working the self-checkout area, sort of like flashy look to her for working at Walmart. You know? I don't know. For lack of a better description, the blonde. Then she was... Oh, I'm not going to say this. Forget it. I was going to talk about the... Just sounds shallow. I'm sort of shallow. A little bit. Here's my beautiful car. I guess I'll start it up and walk to the back and see if it's blowing smoke. But the engine's hot, so it's probably not going to do it. Jesus motherfucking Christ. Yeah, I see nothing. Like Kevin, the guy's brilliant. His whole family is brilliant. Like mechanical stuff. His dad is not an engineer, but could have been. You know, it's just a real smart family. Everybody in that family. His brother David across the street. Are you kidding me? He put a transmission in, this is no shit, in his car over a weekend, like just, you know, in his driveway. I would never attempt anything like that. That's insanity. You know? His dad, right? Both these guys' dad. He's 60 something, I don't know. Same thing, only even more so. They learned it from him. He took an old Chevy and turned it into like a snowplow. And he's driving a bat. I'm telling you, the family, they're brilliant. He's saying don't worry about it. I don't see anything. I don't see any smoke coming from this thing. I'm worried though. Obviously, I'm freaked. I'm sure that the mechanics at Parliament, or where I take my car, must think I'm a fucking idiot. But I'm not as much of an idiot as a lot of people, that's for sure. You know, I can put a part on a car. You know, it depends what it is, you know. I would never attempt to swap out an engine, though. Are you fucking kidding me? But the bottom line is, if I needed to, could I? Yeah, I could probably figure out how to do it. But God, it'd be a nightmare, and I wouldn't be able to do it. Like like a transmission, like David putting in a new tranny in his fucking, in a weekend, maybe in a month and a half I could get it done, you know. And it would be miserable, and I'd be cursing, and I wouldn't have any time for anything, and I'd have a panic attack the whole time. It's the truth, man. It's just like, life just doesn't get easier. It's like, in some respects my life has gotten easier, but in some respects it's still the same fucking shit. It's just sort of different, but it's still shit, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like in some, like I could go into Manhattan, I can get an art show, I can show my art. Easier. But I still, like, sales are like, I've never been one for a lot of sales. I've sold some things, but it's not like my life is, you know, hey, the Whitney's on the phone. I'm gonna be in the Whitney biannual. You know, when are they gonna fucking call? You know? When am I going to be in the biannual? It's ridiculous. I don't know. Money is the deal with everybody, I think. Well, not for everybody. Some people have money. But I think that money is the #1 stressor. It isn't this car. It's the amount of money it will cost to replace this thing is just astronomical, you know? I don't know. Fuck it. You know, what are you gonna do? Remy's healthy. That'd make matters worse. Speaking of that, like, when the birds got PMV virus, right? I was dealing with my friend Jinian. She knows I was a fucking mess. You think I had a panic attack about the car? You should have seen me panicking about trying to keep Solar and Optimus alive. You know? And not get Remy sick, who's already had PMV. She had it years ago, obviously, because she didn't get it. And I remember when Remy was sick, I was using pigeons that were from like a store to train dogs with, and that's where she caught it. And I remember putting her on antibiotics right away. She had diarrhea. I did everything, and it just sort of like was like Casper when Casper got the PMV virus. Casper had some minor issues, and that was it. The babies, though, like Optimus and Bumblebee passed away. Bumblebee aspirated and passed away, trying to drink water. But Optimus and Solar, they, you know, I hand fed them for, God, I don't know how long it was, at least a couple weeks. You know, it was like a constant panic attack. And my poor friend Jinian had to listen to my shit. You know, I had to fucking bitch. I'm bitching on the you know, on YouTube right now. I'm bitching right now. But it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's good to whine. Speaking of that, okay, while we're talking about whining, this Laura Ingraham asshole talking about fucking, what's his name, David Hogg, whining. That woman is a fucking asshole. Nobody should be watching Fox. That's not news. That's just propaganda, man. It's not news. Look at all the other stations and see what they're putting out. I'm not saying that Shep Smith doesn't do some straight reporting, and I think his name's Wallace, Chris Wallace. I think they do some straight reporting, but those shows like Laura Ingraham and Sean Hannity, that's opinion, and it's slanted, and it's propaganda for Trump. You shouldn't watch that stuff. And what she said to that kid about whining, everybody has a right to whine. He's fucking got a 4.2, you know, and he's bitching because he wanted to go to these 4 schools in California and he didn't get in them. So he's bitching. That's fine. Who gives a shit? He was looking forward to going to school in California, you know? And she has to, you know, give him shit and say he's whining, all this shit. Like, what an asshole. I hope they take her stupid fucking show away. All those Fox opinion shows are horrible. Those people are horrible. She is a horrible person for attacking that kid. Everybody has a right to bitch. This world is fucking difficult. This planet is difficult to live on. And then you got a kid with a huge amount of potential, greater potential than her, and she's giving him shit? I mean, that kid seems brilliant. He's got a 4.2. Listen, public speaking, can I get up on stage now? Yes. Could I do that at that age? Absolutely not. I was the most unconfident kid as far as that shit went. There's no way I could have fucking done that. There's no way. If I had to get up in front of 1 million people right now like that kid did and those other kids did, I would be nervous. Could I do it? Yeah, I could do it now, but could I have done it when I was a kid? Hell fucking no. Or I would have tried to do it and tried to do it drunk. That's true. By the time I was his age, I was drinking heavily, and that's the approach I would have taken. And I would have made an asshole out of myself. You're damn right, I would have been an ass. You know, calm yourself down with some drinks, you know? How dare her? Nobody, you see this? You watch those Fox opinion shows? You're not getting the news. And they're repeating shit that Trump says, and Trump repeats what they say. It's nonsense. It's not even based on reality. Stay away from that shit. Go watch the other channels that he says are fake news. Oh, so Fox isn't fake news, yet the New York Times, CBS, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, they're all fake news. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't, for a reason. It doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't. If you're watching those opinion shows, you know, and you think that you're getting the news, you're an idiot. If you're watching Facebook and you think that you're getting news from Facebook, you're an idiot. Seriously, you are a moron. If you're still backing this guy, come on. Oh, one other thing while I'm on the GOP. Richard Painter is running for office. This is a Republican. He can't stand Trump. You know, he's the guy that set in motion the, you know, going after Trump for the emoluments clause. That if you're the president or you're an officer, you can't make money off of that. And he's making money off of that. You'll see him, he's one of these pundits that gets out there and talks, and he's all about ethics. He was chief ethics counsel for George Bush, I believe. The guy's awesome. He's awesome. I say that I wouldn't vote for GOP now because I'm so disappointed in the Republican Party. I am totally disappointed. However, with that said, Richard Painter, if that man was running for president, you're damn right I'd vote for him. Seriously, that guy is fucking awesome. I mean, it really could be worse. I could be driving down this road right now and see in my rearview mirror just fucking smoke. You know? Bluish smoke. I'm not seeing that. I'm still talking about it. See? Alright. Y'all have a good night.